Yeah, I'm not self-confident at all. No, no, I have plenty of insecurities. You need to know that don't put me on this pedestal. I'm not super spiritual at all. At all. I mean, I might have a desire to follow God, but that doesn't mean that I don't have these weaknesses. I remember reading through 2 Corinthians, I think it's 3, where it says that we are not competent in ourselves to do this ministry, but it is God who puts that in us. And I think for me that really stood out to me, because it's a thing of I don't have anything to give. I have nothing. I just remember praying constantly, just God, I have nothing. So if you want to do something, you have to be the one that does it, because I really don't have anything to give. Muslims make up the majority of the unreached people groups. I think my heart for them comes from just them being deceived. And I guess I know me, and I know the ways that God has worked in me and healed my heart and changed me to become who I am now. And I really want that for Muslims. And I want them to know truth, and I want them to know the author of truth. Especially knowing some of the people, knowing my teachers especially, and having shared life with them has made it so that I can sit there and go, there's so much more to life than this hatred, or there's so much more to life than this abuse and this lack of love that you've experienced, and even the hatred that and a lot of the Muslim world is just bred into them, where from birth they're taught to hate because of generations ago what has happened. And so I think my heart just mourns for them, and that I want them to know peace, and I want them to know love, and I want them to know the truth about God, so that they can follow Him, and that they can know Him and experience Him in ways that they can't when they're under the traditions of Islam. It was silent on the street. There was no noise, there weren't cars, but there were tanks and there was military everywhere. And so it was really an odd situation to be in, from going from a country where I felt like I could walk around any time of the day and not feel like I was going to get harassed or messed with, to feeling like, okay, everything's unstable and I don't know what's going to happen next. Within a day and a half of even thinking about leaving the country, I had left the country. And it's a situation where I didn't have time to say goodbye to people. My cat, I know it sounds small, but my cat I had to leave in the street. And my entire mindset of, okay, I'm going to be learning Arabic for 30 to 40 hours a week. I'm going to be hanging out with all Arabic speakers. I'm going to be in a Muslim world. All of it switched all of a sudden. And I came home just shaken to my core of, God, like, you called me to this place, and I thought you called me here for at least 2 years, if not more, and all of a sudden I'm not even here for I'm here for barely over a year, and I'm just gone all of a sudden. Like, I don't get it. Like, I thought I followed your will, and so what now? I don't know what the next steps are. And it was hard to come home to people not understanding everything that was going on internally and over there, and it's one of those where I don't know the answer, and the I don't know isn't always an acceptable answer to some people. And especially when I felt like God was just wanting me to stay and heal for a while, I didn't know how to respond in a way that they would understand. It's just been a journey of trying to learn how to trust again, even though God's proven it in the past, but to sit and trust again that God knows what He's doing with my life, and He'll do whatever He wants with it, even if I don't know what that means at all. The men in David's battle with him, where these men were so exhausted that they couldn't go, and when David came back, there were some men that were like, oh, well, they didn't go, we shouldn't give them anything. And David was like, no, that's not right, because they're still doing God's work. And so I read through that and it was just kind of this relief of saying, okay, Like, I'm not there right now, and I'm not able to fight where I feel like God's put my heart to fight. But He hasn't forgotten me. He doesn't see me as unvalued. I know He has the best for me in mind. And well, I guess I don't have anywhere else to go with it. But I've seen from the past that He's worked everything out to this point. And so I think I'm just sitting and trusting that whatever He has next is going to be what's best for me, even if it doesn't feel good.